Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Wisdom Wednesdays, and today I decided to just stand up and record. But food for thought for today is don't get discouraged during the process, and I'm going to talk about why you should actually enjoy the process. So, in life, we all go through different types of processes, and we all go through the one process called life. We go through this journey of life, and there's a lot of different things going on during this journey. Now, we all have an end goal, but during that period of time, we're going through something called the process. Now, during the process, we all can really get discouraged, and I just want to encourage you to just stay motivated and to pursue what you feel like God has called you to do. And don't get discouraged during the process, because the process really enriches you. During that process is really where you develop more, you mature more, and like you really groom your skills. So when you reach where God wants you to reach, then you're ready for it. You could be productive, you could produce. You're not immature. Just because God could give you a skill set doesn't mean that skill set is mature for what He called you to do. So you have to work on it during that process. So it's very important to to work on yourself during the process and not get discouraged. In our society nowadays, we like to rush the process. We like overnight success. We like overnight things. And that's mainly because we're really impatient. We don't really enjoy the process as much. And if we think about like the most successful people, they like enjoy the process. They enjoy the grind. You could think about basketball players. You could think about soccer players. You could think about any type of athlete or anybody who's wealthy, whether they own a business or whatever it may be. They enjoy the process and they take advantage of the process. They work, they grind, they enhance their skills, they develop themselves deeper, they invest in themselves, they take advantage of the process, and they may get discouraged, but it all starts up here in your mind. So we have to think about it this way. Even if we did rush the process, even if we did ended up being blessed ahead of time, it wouldn't necessarily be a blessing because oftentimes when the physical occurs before the mental, it turns out to be a disaster. And the reason being is because it's like, for example, for like, I guess you could say people who come from poverty and are instantly like celebrities or something. Like say they reach overnight success, so they're not used to having a lot of money. Then they go viral and then they get all of this traction and they come into some money. So it's like, oh, like I got all this money now. Well, mentally, they weren't ready for it. So physically, like the surroundings change. They got a big house, they got the car, but mentally, they're still in the mind. They're still in the mindset of where they were. So you could have a lot of money, but still have like a poverty mindset. So that's why it's important to really focus on your mental first. And once again, people get discouraged, but it's important because what God's showing me is that when you first work on the mental, so when the physical, changes, when the physical occurs, then you will be ready to handle the blessing. And like I said, that's the biggest thing. People want the physical first, but they're not mentally ready for it. So like, for example, this is what I see all the time. I see it on Facebook. They come up with like scenarios and it'd be like, what if you won like $1 million? What would you do? And like everybody likes to say the same thing. They'd be like, I will save up, I will invest in this and that, I will do this and that. Everybody likes to say that, but it really hit me. I'm like, wow, like we do all say that, but in reality, I don't think that will happen. Everybody say, oh, I'll save up, I will be, I'll measure my money good, I will invest in this and that. But you got to think about it this way. If you're not doing it now, what makes you think when you get it that you will do it? You got to be like authentic with yourself. If you're not investing your money now, if you're not budgeting now, if you're not being responsible with your money now, if you get more money, what do you think you're not just going to change. Money makes you more of what you are. So that's what like God showed me. He's like, you can't fool yourself. If you're not doing that stuff now, don't expect to do it in the future. If you're saying like, when I get more money, I'm going to donate, I'm going to do this and that. No, do it now. So donate now, invest your money now. You don't have to have a lot of money to invest in it's like so many different things you can invest in. So invest now, budget now, be responsible with your money now. And then when you get more money, your mental will already be there. You're already going to be in that wealthy mindset. So that's why it's important to just focus on their mental, focus on the process, and really work on yourself during that time. Because there's going to get a point where the opportunity comes and you want it to be a blessing, not a disaster. So that will be my encouragement for you guys, is to really don't get discouraged on the process, because even though your physical may not be where you want it, your environment or your situation or your circumstance may not have changed yet. The biggest and the most, I guess, encouraging part you could say is when your mental changes. So just focus on that first. And then when you focus on that during the process, your mind, feeding yourself, renewing your mind, changing your mind, and eventually the physical will change. And things are going to work out for you guys. So that's my advice for you guys on today. Wisdom for Wednesdays. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned to next Wednesday.